Good morning. I've been up for a while. You're up, you're down. Okay. And my rating, by the way, is 1585 right now. So it seems like at the moment, every time I record a rapid game, I do really badly, but when you're not looking, I do really well. So maybe it's just a case of I can't do it if you're watching. Anyway, opponent is Sadu007 from Israel, rated 1633. This is the kind of victim I should be able to paste when I'm playing at my best. Ooh. What the? What the? Now this is a novelty. C5. I need a shave, man. Now, the really natural move here is bishop c4. But we have to ask ourselves, what is the purpose of c5? He can't play d5 because I've got double eyes on that. Does he want to come in here? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to play my bishop out to here because it is so natural, right? I could even play my queen out, go for a kind of scholar's mate kind of idea. I mean, black very often wants to play against this bishop in the Vienna. You want to eradicate that bishop because of this danger down there. Now, d3 bishop out, g5 pin. Again, very normal. d3, f4 takes, bishop takes, very normal. Need to watch out for... I mean, this knight quite often will come around to a5 to try and eliminate the bishop, but my bishop right now does have an escape because I haven't played d3. a4 is a kind of a move to create an escape square for that. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Morgan. Yeah. That's what I really needed to help me concentrate, is you taking a shit in the corner of the room. It really sets off the atmosphere in the room. Okay, now if I do this with the idea of maybe this, or the idea of this. Okay, so d3 brings this out here. I think I'll just throw in like a4 then. I want to hang on to this, because you see, the other thing is if black ever castles short, then you're lining up your bishop with the king and pinning the f7 pawn. And that is a very powerful weapon. Okay, I see your thoughts. So he's telegraphing b5. Now if a4, he plays b5, I take, he can't take back because it hangs the rook. So that was the plan. I thought he'd use a piece, but he's using pawns. That's more easily deflected. But this is a weird one. I mean, I don't know. Let's just check my Vienna studies, white Vienna game general. Huh. Okay, out comes the knight. We'll go back to that in a minute. Out comes the knight. Okay. Now, something you need to watch out for is very often is the knight coming into d4. Now, if I do this, I don't have to move my queen out just yet. Do I want to play f4 now? I don't see any problem with it. If I play f4, he comes in. I always have this. I can trade away. You know, if he takes here, I've got queen takes, I get to castle. I've removed one of his active things. I mean, this bishop's now poor. This bishop's not fantastic. Look at that. I mean, where's it got to go? How's it going to get into the board? It's got like one route into the board. So I think, yeah, I'm concluding that it's your fault, you put me off from playing. Okay. Is there a c2, c5? There's no... I've got a 2c6 line here. but no to c5. Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe it's just bad. Okay, takes, bishop takes, knight comes in. I will probably just contest the knight with knight e2 or knight f3. Queen defends c2 right now, so that's fine. I've not thrown the queen out onto the board. f5 is potentially a thought as well. Let me kick the cat out. Do you really need to do that? Do you really? You realise the whole of YouTube is watching you take a shit? She can't do it while you're watching either. Bloody hell, Morgan. Okay. Now, you see, there we go, this problem bishop. Now, f5 is a thought. I do play f5 in quite a lot of games. It really cramps Black's style, getting this bishop out and stuff like that. I mean, he's made life hard for that bishop enough anyway. I just want to bring this knight out. I don't know. Bring this knight out and then... Okay, you don't start that. Don't start that. Okay, you bury it. Thank you. Jesus wept. No, I mean, I could attack this bishop, but actually, why do I want to take out that piece? It's like, it's a nothing piece. This wouldn't be awful, but I need to support, so I'm thinking knight f3. It's a move with no issues as far as I can tell. Okay, castles. My feeling is here that white is better, which normally means it's time for a blunder when I say that. Now, if I take... Hang on, I've got an overwhelm on here, haven't I? I can just take that. You take with knight, I take with knight. Then I've got a knight and a bishop. Oh, what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. No, you can't take with a knight. You can't take with a knight, you just lose a piece. What am I talking about? Okay. So he's attacking that with now with two knights. Okay, that's a thought. I can defend with my bishop though. Bishop f4. Puts two defenders on there. I'm not worried about this, I'm not worried about this, I'm not worried about this. I could just push it forwards if hang on. Push it forwards if takes. That really makes life hard for my bishop though. That's exactly not the point of what we want. Okay. Bishop out here, if knight comes in, I just take. Pawn takes, this knight swivels round. Can't see an issue. Opponent's used 1.5 minutes of his clock. We do have an increment here, but I've used 4 minutes. Queen takes. Do I have this? No, bishop here is just g3. Okay. Well, bishop g3 then, yeah? He's living dangerously, this dude, look. If I take, bishop takes, queen takes knight, the bishop's pinned, man. Huh? Knight takes pawn, bishop takes knight, queen takes knight. I'm 2 pawns up. Downside is I've weakened this square, right? But, hang on. Knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, bishop's pinned. Knight comes in. I can long castle, can I not? No, I can't, because I'll be castling into check, even though the bishop's pinned. doesn't work. I can't recapture the knight. Knight takes pawn. Bishop takes, prevents castles. I take the knight. This knight comes in. I can't put my king there, and I can't castle. I could drop my queen back. Takes, takes, takes. In. Queen can't come back to here. Could come back all the way to d1. But, which I think is okay. I'm also potentially threatening this. Although that's not fantastic because I'm bringing life to his rook. Okay, I'll let you out. I'll let you out. While opponent is thinking, oh, go on, take your smelly arse outside. Thank you. Right. Now we can concentrate on the chess. This is spicy. This is, man. Short castles is nice here as well because it puts double eyes with the rook on the semi-open f-file, double eyes on the pinned pawn on f7. This perpetual... Oh, hello there. Don't get it. Okay, he's defending the knight with the bishop. So currently I'm 2 pawns up, but I'm facing the loss of this knight, yeah? Huh. What about this move? I lose my bishop. This move, I'm attacking his other knight. I've got 3 ways to capture this. It's all a bit confusing. I take here, bishop takes. I take there with check. He's got knight takes or he's got bishop takes. Don't know. Pawn takes, I hit knight. You take there. I take. I win material. I could threaten to push on. Bishop takes is kind of nice, but then you take here. This is a lot of moving parts here. I'm liking pawn takes, I think. Pawn takes I threaten then to push on. Pawn takes then comes with a continuation threat. So that's what we're playing. Pawn takes is you're going to play knight in here, but then I get to save my knight. Get to put my knight here and challenge his knight, I think, as well. And he can't take because this completely opens up the g file. But this is sharp. Also, this move potentially, bishop can't take. If pawn takes, it hangs the knight. Hangs the knight because it blocks his own pawn blocks the defense of the knight by the bishop. I'm 3 pawns up. I've not lost anything so far. This guy's 1633. Okay, so he captures knight. I take, queen takes, I take knight. Okay, queen's on here. Are we scared? I take there, he takes. That's the problem. So I'm going to take here, I'm going to take here. I'm going to be... And so his queen's under attack and his knight's under attack. So he's in some discomfort. Okay, this... If I take knight, I'm also opening up this again, which pins this pawn. I take knight, what's he got? He's got a check here, doesn't work, g3. I take knight, he's got a check here, queen blocks. Don't see an issue. 7.5 minutes. If I get to castle, I'm laughing here. I'm also attacking this, which in fact I don't really want his bishop on there at all. I'd much rather he took, because that actually makes life a lot worse for this bishop. If I get to castle... Okay, I have queen blocks defended by knight, then I get to short castle, eh? Queen blocks I like. Knight blocks here is a thought. Knight blocks here is a thought. If I move my knight, it hangs his pawn, which is not a biggie. But this is more forcing. You know, maybe he's going to do this. I trade off. I move my king out the way. I'm not hugely ahead in material. There he does that. Maybe I don't I can't castle, can I? Knight here. He might win the pawn. Then I can castle. I could even just step out the way. Then I'm threatening to take this knight. If I step out the way, I'd much prefer to castle if I can. Here then, queen e2 trades off. I can push that pawn and defend with that. Knight e2. If he takes this pawn, I castle. And I've got a huge advantage. Oh, no. No. Knight there, hang on. Knight here, he can't take the pawn because I take this knight with check. So that's what I'm thinking. Knight there. Yeah. This is... Oh, no. Hang on. Hold the phone. No. So my preferred move right now is short castles, putting immense pressure on f7. I mean, it's 2 attackers, 2 defenders. You can have the pawn. Take b2. I don't mind. We're not out of the woods. I mean, this is not... a winning position. Maybe even just something like this, you know, as well. After castles, to get a third attacker. But this knight is... his bishop's actually doing a really important job there. If I do this and bishop takes... Ooh, hello. Right, the bishop's the only defender of that pawn, the only defender of that knight, okay? This is how these little messages, these little post-its you can stick on your face. Right, here is a fork. It's a pawn fork, I'm attacking 2 pieces. Right, I take b7, bishop takes b7, hangs the knight with check. Which has to be almost losing. Takes. I mean, this is now, you are facing the loss of a piece one way or another. Right? Now, if bishop takes, he does have 3 attackers on there. But then after queen takes with check, I'm defending with pawn and queen. That's 2 defenders. And the queen is attacker number 2. So bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes queen, rook takes queen. You're down six bits. And again, if I get to castle, you're in serious trouble because your rook has now undefended the pawn on f7. 1,600 players, guys, are beatable. So are, by the way, 1,700, 1,800. In fact, if you think about it, players at every level are beatable. That's the beauty of this game. Well, it's one of the beauties of this game. The beauties of this game are almost infinite. What you have to do to beat a and now I'm getting ahead of myself, but what you have to do to beat a 1600 player is play better chess than a 1600 player. Oh. Okay. You attack my queen, huh? Very interesting. Now, if I take this rook, I get another queen. And, what's more, this queen, this new queen, defends the knight. Or is that your plan? Well, I don't have to recapture, though. Surely I take the rook, don't I? I mean, this doesn't work because queen just takes. I take rook, get a queen. I mean, this is a move. I'm plus 16 material bits now. That usually means you're doing quite well. Okay, you take a queen. All right. And what I'm going to do right now is nothing. My first thought is king takes. Right? But the problem with king takes is this. Check. Wins queen. So for that reason, I'm not going to invest and I'm out. Rook takes. You do this, you hit my rook. Meh. I could even trade down. I mean, I'm plus 10 bits. Plus 10 bits. Okay, so like, let's say you do this. I trade -4. Queen has to recapture. I move rook. I might even just throw in a short castles. Short castles, by the way, when you castle, your king always stays on the same colour. So I'm kind of okay here. Because he's only got a light squared bishop. Short castles comes with the threat of that as well, forking king and rook. I have this. I mean, it's sharp. All I have to do is be accurate now. So what am I up? We've got a queen each, we've got a bishop each. I'm up a rook and a knight. And what, 2 pawns? 4, 5, 6, yeah. I'm up a rook and a knight and 2 pawns. And I'm doing it while you're watching. Okay, let's be pragmatic. I'm not in check. Let's explore this idea. I've got 4 minutes. Takes. I'm threatening the rook then twice. King takes. My knight is pinned and can't move. Bishop takes there. King takes. I give check again. I've lost the bishop. Bishop takes there. King takes. Short castles into check. Because if you don't take, I'm going to have me this rook. Okay, and now short castles into check. And that's got to be good, hasn't it? All right. Now what? Fork. Gotta be. Check. And you can't take with the queen because you just lose your queen. And my queen's still hanging. That's 3 checks in a row, by the way. Yeah? First check, second check, third check. Sadhu 007. I think it's time for the immortal words, you resign now. I think. But speaking too soon is a kind of a special power of mine. Okay, you're in check. What can you do? Okay, you can move your king. You can move your king anywhere. But when you do so, I'll probably take here. There we go, resigns. Wow! Okay. Vienna, c5. Okay, how did we do? Oh, he was almost equal in the middle there. That's interesting. Okay. 1950 from me, 1450 from him. Okay, let's go through it. Yeah, it's inaccurate. And bishop c4. Okay, that's all you need to know, really. It was the most natural move. I'm not even going to put it down. Because honestly, how many times have I seen that? Explorer, let's do it. Okay, my game's as white. c5. 15! Having said that, I've played a shitload of Viennas, like nearly 2,000 Viennas. 15! And I've won 80%. So it's almost black's worst option. Bishop e7 apparently is never won. Black has never won a game with 2 bishop e7. Okay, so there we go. You can forget about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. Excellent move. Was there a bet? It's probably knight f3. He always says knight f3. Stop it with it. And by the way, the difference between 0.8 of a pawnage and 0.82 of a pawnage is nothing. Okay, that was kind of weak. That was kind of okay. You had better option. Well, he considered that. Again, though, not much. Knight out, meh. And now I play the damn move and you say, yeah, I could have done better. Now what? No, it's just... I'm never going to consider a move like that, so... Okay, and that's a mistake. You should try to avoid doubling your pawns because it weakens your pawn structure. Well, no, actually, because that f-file turned out to be rather important. Best move here? Yeah, knight takes and then knight takes and pawn takes, and then what's happened? Fishy. You dumbass. Okay, knight g4 is best. Bishop f4 is best. g5, yeah, I mean, this is not clever, but in a minute I make a mistake, eh? Okay, so we take the pawn. Good, good, good. This, and now that was wrong. If ed is a mistake, best move. Stockfish says this creates a counter threat against an opposite knight. That's not even English. What is this, some kind of fish language? What's going on? How does it create a counter threat against an opposite knight? Oh, okay, so, right, blocking the bishop's defense of the knight. Okay. But, hey. Best move. Best move. Not great. Okay, this was a key moment, wasn't it? But again, it's 0.49 versus 0.71. Don't just stop it, Fishy. I'd like to like set that in the settings. You know, like Craig said in his training sessions on Chess Bootcamp Live, if it's more than 0.5, or it's less than 0.5 of a pawn difference, just ignore it. And that's a miss. Best move. Best move. This is a thunderous win. Now, fingers crossed that bishop takes f7 is the best move on the board. Oh, I didn't do that. I recaptured. And now, Excellent. Well, there's a better move than that. Half a point difference. Ah, well. And then it's all over. Well, mate, I was due that game, wasn't I? I was due a win. And now I'm 1594. I thank you. And I did it with you watching. So, there you go. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.